Alright guys, today is the first day that Zool came out, and this is my first game as Zool. I did practice him a little bit in the training mode, but this is my first quick match, and later I'll probably try a Heroes League match with it. So, Zool is a necromancer from Diablo 2, and which is a game that I'm very fond of. It actually jump-started my gamification career, and without Diablo 2 I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today. And I wouldn't be writing my book. I wouldn't have finished my book, Actionable Gamification. But anyway, so he's the Necromancer. He's actually the first character I picked in Diablo 2 because I really like his style and raising minions. He's kind of like a melee specialist. Yeah, that's what it says right there, melee specialist. And he's really fun. He's really cool. I just bought him. And so let's just go over some skill sets, and so you guys can get familiar as we do the long wait of getting matched up. So first of all, his trait is Raise Skeleton. So when a nearby enemy dies, it becomes a Skeleton Warrior that attacks for 30 damage, lasts for 15 seconds, and can get up to 4. So it's really good wave clearing, laning. Later on, you'll see that these skeletons, they can explode, or you can get more, or when a bone prison comes out, you have more skeletons. You can really focus on a skeleton build if you so please. And literally you can get lots and lots of these. And it's just a lot of fun to watch them run around. So then we look at his 3 basic skills. So the Spectral Skeith, I don't know how to pronounce that. Summon and Skeith. He already has that. It travels to you after 1 second, dealing 300 damage. 300 damage to enemy is quite significant at level 1. Even his heroic is 570 damage over 10 seconds. So 10 seconds is a while, right? The skeleton damage is 47, so it's 300 damage is quite a bit. And usually you'll see that it's a move that is for chasing after people. It's to keep his distance. If he doesn't want to be a melee fighter, then this could be a good way to go, like a pure melee fighter. You could later on you can do the plus 20% distance for this move. Then we have Car Strike. Your basic attack deals damage to a very wide area and reduce the attack speed of enemies by 50% for 2 seconds. Lasts 4 seconds once triggered. So this one is actually a huge damaging move. It's not as fun and cool as the other moves, but it is quite powerful. It feels like Leoric's March of the Dead King. I forgot what it's called. I don't use Leoric. But it's just like swings, and everyone slows. And this could be upgraded from 50% to 75%, which is even more huge. The last one is Bone Prison. After a 2-second delay, deal 80 damage and roots the target enemy hero for 2 seconds. Now, this is a cool move. I think it'll do a lot of make a big difference in any battle. The key to remember is that the distance is quite short. You have to go quite close to them to do the Bone Prison. But once you triggered it, they could be running far away and they'll still be rooted in place. So it's a nifty move. And later you can also create traits where when the Bone Prison comes out, 2 Skeleton Warriors show up also. So when you look at this heroics, so there's 2 of them. One, there's Poison Nova. After a short delay, release poisonous missiles that deal 570 damage to all enemies hit over 10 seconds. Now, I personally don't feel like this is that great of a move, because 570 damage, it's pretty strong, but it's not immense. But it's over 10 seconds, right? It's quite a long time, to be honest. Like in a battle, when everyone's charging back in for 10 seconds, at the end of 10 seconds, the battle's about ended. And so maybe the nice thing is you do that and you run away and they slowly bleed to death, or after they kill you, they die afterwards. The nice thing is this does it to almost everyone around you, right? So it's kind of nice, but I don't see this as being his main move. I see Skeletal Mages being much more strategical. Let's see, cooldown 90 seconds, versus cooldown 70 seconds, and a lot more mana. So this summons 4 Frost Mages in a line that attack nearby enemies for 47 damage a second and slow them by 30 seconds for 2 seconds. So that's like almost like a Tassadar wall, except it's not a complete wall, but it also does damage to you and slows you. So it's kind of nicer than the Tassadar's wall, I'd say. And Tassadar's wall is pretty nice, So then we can look at the talents as we continue our long wait, and hopefully we will get matched up. Maybe a lot of people bought him, so it's really hard to match up to a single game that doesn't have a Zool in it. I imagine everyone at this hour which is a working hour in California. It's noontime. People who come on are the people who are excited to try out Zool. So anyway, on his number 1 talent, he has to choose between Backlash. When the bone armor expires, nearby enemy tiers take damage equal to 15% of the maximum health. And it's kind of useful, but I personally don't see that as his main thing. Shackler. While bone armor is after you slow nearby enemies by 30 seconds for 1 second. This one's kind of better because it's bone armor. Oh yeah, he has a special skill called bone armor. Is that labeled anywhere? Bone armor. It's not described anywhere. Interesting. Okay, well, he has another move that's called bone armor, and it really helps you. It adds a shield on top of your health. But this one slows, and I think this is kind of useful because when you activate the bone armor, you're in a fight, right? And so if they run away, they're slower. But it's only for 1 second, so immediately it's done. So even if you're trying to run away, it doesn't help that much. So I think Shade is the best. While bone armor is active, you evade all basic attacks, but increase the cooldown bone armor by 10 seconds, which is okay. Most battles don't happen that regularly, so you just it goes from 30 seconds to 40 seconds, which basically either way it's the next battle, and it should be a ready thing to do. At level 4, we have the different talents. The Death Reach, which is increased spectral skeeth range by 20%. Now remember, the skeeth damage is quite good. It's quite strong. It takes a second to create an attack, but 20%. But it allows him to stay like a mid-range fighter if he wants to, and it's good for chasing down enemies, especially if they're pinned down by the walls. So I probably see this as one of his better moves, talents. Then there's Jailers. Bone Prison spawns 2 skeletal warriors that fixate on the enemy for 15 seconds. These do not count towards your raised skeleton maximum. So if you have 6, you can do. If you do 4, you can have 6. If you have 6, you can 8. It's the fun build. It's kind of like Kerrigan's little 2 Zerglings. It's fun. I'll probably do it in quick match. It's kind of interesting, but it's not as. I think it's not as important as the Death Reach. Then we have Tragol's Essence. Gain 8 mana when you raise a skeleton warrior. So when you're laning, you can get your mana back. It's kind of nice, but I still haven't played him enough to know how is he on mana burn and things like that. So I think I'll do Jailers for fun and Death's Reach for for actual serious battles. Then at level 7, we have Harvest Vitality, and basically Curse Strike heals you for 66 for each hero hit. I think this is a really good one because if you are gonna be a Curse Strike fighter, a melee fighter, Curse Strike is so important, and if it can heal you, then it's pretty good. It's relatively good heal, especially if you can match it with dodging all attacks, right? It can be pretty strong. Then you have Weaken. Increase Curse Strike attack speed slowed from 50% to 75%. Now, if you're against a lot of basic attack, auto attack enemies, this could be useful, and especially if you are trying to help your team more. This one helps the team more than the Vitality one, but this one, Vitality probably helps you survive a little better. Because HP is all-inclusive, whereas this is only about auto attacking. So Razma's Blessing, raising a skeleton warrior heals you for 66. So this is kind of interesting, but it helps you as a more sustainable specialist. So if you're damaged, you just go to a new lane and just start raising the skeleton warriors and pushing and healing yourself. But it doesn't help with group fights, and I think most of the game is determined by the group fights, especially the later levels. So I personally not go on this one. So I would go for Harvest Vitality or Weaken. Alright, so Poison Nova, Skeletal Mages. I think I talked about this, so we don't have to go through that again. Hopefully we will actually get a game come up. If not, I'll have to try Hero League, because that's when... Alright, if we go through all of this and we don't see anything, then we're gonna go with the Hero League game, so. And hopefully we'll be able to pick Zool, because that's the reason why I'm streaming in the first place. Level 13, Decryptify. Spectral Skeeth slows enemies by 40 seconds. So this is really good when you're doing a chase, right? You're chasing them, let's say you have the range, and then you hit them, they're slowed, and everyone can pounce on them and kill. Of course, even in short range, enemy slow is always useful. Oh, or they're chasing after you, and you throw this, they're slowed, you could run away better. So this is actually a really good move. Curse Strike deals an additional 2% maximum health as damage to heroes. So this is strong, I think. This is strong. Well, this is like more per hit, so that's not even life leak. So I guess it's okay, but I don't see it as the biggest thing. After your 4 swings, you get about 8% more damage. It's okay. It's not the key. This one is the fun move. When Skeleton Warriors die, they explode for 65 damage in a small area and deals 100% damage to non-heroic enemies. So it's like it's just really cool. They explode and it's just fun to watch. So it's cool to have a skeleton build. But I think at the end of the day, the slow is the more useful move. Okay, so Executioner. Basic attacks deal 40% more damage against slowed, rooted, or stunned targets. Now, this is really important, actually. This could be a very strong move for a melee fighter, because keep in mind, his ability, Curse Strike, it's not a special attack. It's your basic attacks deal damage in a wide area. So the Curse Strikes are basic attacks, and it slows enemies. So whenever you hit people with basic strikes, with your Curse attacks, you're dealing at least from the second blow. That's 40% more. And then you have okay, sorry, just checking my phone. So this is like X 40% more on that damage. It's pretty huge, actually. This is way more damage, I believe, than the 2%. Of course, they can all build up, and you can have like huge damage swipes. Flowing Wounds. Reduce special cooldown by 4 per seconds if you hit an enemy hero. Keep in mind, the skill itself is at 8 seconds cooldown, so if you hit someone, then you can do it another 4 seconds. Again, it could really turn the battle around if you have it also slow the enemies and things like that. Bone Prison causes invulnerability, so enemy becomes vulnerable for 2 seconds, taking 25% increased damage. The nice thing is when someone is on Bone Prison, everyone attacks them because it's so obvious. Like, oh, there's the target. The not so great thing compared to like Hunter's Mark from what's her name? Suddenly forgot her name. Malfurion's wife. Is that Hunter's Mark, you can put it on buildings, you can put it on the boss. This one you can only attack heroes with. Just keep that in mind. It's not as good, but it's pretty good. Then you have Skeletal Mastery. Increase the maximum skeleton warriors you can have to 6, increase them by 100%. Now that means when they're attacking non-hero structures, it goes up by 200%. So, again, it's fun to have a skeleton build. I think I'm going to do that because it's the most fun. Just watch the little skeletons run around. But we'll see. Okay, level 20, and then if not, we're going to go with the... I think I think this is a lost cause. Let me just go to a hero's... Can I... No, I can't look at his skills when I'm doing it. Okay, let me just do this last one, and then we'll go to Heroes League. So, at levels 20, you have 4 really distinct things. Nothing is like a repeat of what other people have. So you got Call of the Grey, Poison Meal deals an additional 1% of the target's maximum life as damage every second, which means that it does 10% more damage to everyone. It's still okay. I don't think it's the best thing ever. It could be great if you're against someone like with a lot of health, like Diablo or Mirrodin, or Chagol. Obviously, percentage based against Chagol. Even the I thought there was a Giant Killer. Is there a Giant Killer? I guess I thought there was, but I was looking at Executioner. Okay, never mind. It's useful, but I don't see that as the strongest thing. This one is cool too. When a nearby enemy hero dies, it has to be an enemy hero, huh? A Frost Mage appears from their corpse to fight for you. Oh, that is cool. Also increases the Frost Mage from 30% to 50. So it's like you get more Frost Mages. It's kind of cool conceptually, but how often are there going to be a lot of heroes that die, and then that Frost Mage is going to make a huge difference for you, right? I'm not sure. It feels like a win more type of move, and not a. It's like when you're winning, it helps you win more, but it doesn't help you get from losing or equal to winning. But we'll see. Sometimes it could be cool. Mortal Wound. Enemies hit by Spectre Skate receive 75% less healing for 4 seconds. I think 4 seconds is a little less, but it could... Sometimes it could be a huge difference because when you're using it, hitting them, that's when they're running away. That's when they're almost dead, right? And sometimes they get saved by, I don't know, ancestral healing, for instance. I wonder if this works on the monk's little revival move. And then you have Bone Spear, which is Bone Spear is a cool move from Diablo 2. Deal 206 damage in a line, so it's a decent damage. It's 10 seconds cooldown, which means you can use it probably once, at least once, maybe twice in a battle. Sometimes if you don't have it, I think Mortal Wound might be more useful, but it's another way to burn your mana if you have a lot and do group damage. So keep in mind, 260 damage, that compared to this is half of this damage, but it's not even as much damage as Spectral Skeet. So just keep those things in mind. Alright, so we've waited for about 1,000 seconds. That's hilarious. Alright, well, there you go. I think it's still important to look at composition, to think about what build you want to do. Like I said, it's nice and fun to have like a little, the little undead build. But, you know, when you look at this, let's see, the enemy has Li Ming, ETC, Vela. It's in this map, it's still probably good to have like single target attack. Because you're always out of your way killing those little mini. Let me try to see if we can raise skeletons from killing the little plant seeds. But I think the odds are fairly low. Let me see. When an nearby enemy minion dies, I don't think those seeds are enemy minions. Like I said, evade is probably the best move we can do. Let's see. Okay, so we'll see. We'll see how the game progresses. Oh, bot. Alright. Uh-oh. The computer is loading a little slowly with the streaming on. So hopefully we'll survive this. I need to make sure I turn off everything else. Alright. I was talking about too many other random things, but alright, Azul versus Zul. Kind of hard to see how good Zul is comparatively. That's hilarious.
Heroes, night will fall in just a few moments. I hope you're
Oops. Alright, need to be more careful. But I think the lag is pretty strong. I'm gonna shut down my Dropbox to quit Dropbox. Alright, back to the game. It's unfortunate. 0 second. Come on, the server's not ahead. It's not ahead. Yeah, it's telling me what's going on. It's just not letting me go in. The server should catch up now. Alright, well, let me turn off some other things then. Skype can go off. iTunes obviously can be turned off. Microsoft Word can be turned off. I expect it when it reaches 0 to start. Do I want more range, more skeleton warriors, or more mana? Skeleton war range, I think, is the way to go. Especially with this lag, dude. Like, I want to show you guys, but apparently... Kill. Ah, that's not a kill. Our healer seems to be pretty good. Alright. Oh, lots of seeds I'm collecting. Okay. Alright, mana burn is pretty intensive. So, hey. No, I'm just streaming. Oh, I'm done. A lot of siege damage. A lot of siege damage. Alright, back to, well, we still have to do the quest, huh? Alright, let me turn off Google Drive also. This just takes a lot of... Quit Google Drive. Alright. Uh-oh. Wow, it's a really messy battle. How did this... Actually, the lighting is too bright. Alright. Okay, let's see what else can I close. I can close Excel. Alright. I think the healing actually is a good move right now. I should really get the bottom one. Okay, bone shield. Alright. I was a little too greedy. Too greedy. And too greedy. I don't think I should get it myself.
I see you've survived another night. How wonderful.
Uh-oh, they're at level 10.
The terror shall
That's not promising. The healing is really useful when you're doing a push like this, apparently. Saving mana. Oops. I've died quite a bit. Let's see my stats versus his. Siege damage about the same. Hero damage. Beating me. He's gonna beat me a lot more soon too. The nice thing about the Nova move is that his hero stats will look better. So he'll look less like a burden. I don't know if that's the most important criteria, but... Alright. I guess I should put top, push top.
Kill the shadows and claim their soul. Forward.
Scary. It's funny how the light heals the Necromancer. Alright, that's my healing pool. It slows, crit strikes damage to heroes, slows on death. I like how it slows actually, but in this... Okay. First thing I'm doing, I'm gonna put on the little mage. Oops. It's fun.
Dawn is coming, heroes, and with it, my shade and stress.
Oh no. Just when it's getting good, things didn't work out so well. What was the skill? I did the skeletal warrior first.
I hate to say it,
Oh
your
boy.
enemy has spawned its head.
The Zulls are dying quite a bit. Or unless we're not a very experienced Zulls. Oh, we just need one seed. Hmm?
So that's what death feels like. So deep. We need to take this enemy down.
Huh. Wait, is that already the 20% range? I feel like it wasn't that much range at all. Oh, I can pin it down. That's nice. Oh, I can.
Capture this mercenary camp. Forward. Capture this mercenary camp.
Vulnerability, bone prison, increase maximum skill of warriors. More warriors? Oh, more vulnerability. I think the vulnerability is going to make a bigger change.
I sense peace within this place.
Alright, let's go help the fight. Alright. Azul is about the same. Yeah, some people really don't know how to play their thing very well. I think we're still doing well, okay, as a team.
My beautiful tower has fallen.
Oh, that was an instant death. Come on, Zul! There's a Zul waiting to die. Alright, fine. Oh, all of them are so close to death. It's like Kerrigan Heaven. Yeah, I'm a Picarian player. You guys don't know. We will say this foe now, I think. Okay, they're level 20, so we just have to soak. Have to clean up this stuff too. Come on, almost level 20.
The enemy's tower is but a husk.
It's over for now. But don't get too comfortable. The infested will return.
Oh, that was a clean wipe. hear that? Do not let death defeat you. Come on, this is a quick match game, right? We can do what we want. I just want to see this happen.